round number 13. And I'm going to pass it on over to Marshall and Paul.
Yeah, thank you, Mira. Welcome back to the booth here. That's Paul Cheon. I'm Marshall Sutcliffe. Thank you so much for joining us. We're back in Standard, as you may well know, and we've got a very important match coming up. This is Rui Zhang playing for top 8. They are the only player in the field who can actually secure top 8 this very round. Even their opponent, Stefan Schütz, cannot do that, even with a victory. So a lot of pressure on Rui this round. But they've got a lot of winning ends lined up. This is the first of potentially many. Is it Lessons versus Mono Green Landfall? Paul, you heard what they said up at the news desk. Maybe, you know, Monty was thinking Ray's slight advantage there?
Yeah, I think, I mean, we even listened to kind of that quick little deck bite by Tannen, Grace, and Ian Rubb, where Ian was saying, I don't really think my deck has that many great matchups. I don't really think I have that many bad matchups either. But noting that Stefan did make a couple of adjustments to his deck to be prepared for the Is It Prowess matchup, which might not necessarily set himself up for this matchup in game number 1. You have a bunch of those 1-mana cards to go up against the Is It Prowess decks, but not quite as effective against the more controlling Is It Lessons deck.
You see Stefan with the Llanowar Elves on turn 1, but Rui Zhang with the Artist Talent on turn 2. So both players with a good start. Sauce's Chocobo for Stefan. What else does he have?
It's a
Well, he's got a Forest and a Badgermole Cub too.
Yeah, so lots of permanents here for Ray to deal with, and I believe Ray is also only on 2 lands currently. Wants to maybe try to
quench off the top.
Yeah, there is a combustion technique, so you might fire off the combustion technique on the Badgermole Cub, rummage away a card, and try to hit a land.
That does seem to be the play here.
All right.
Getting a little desperate here for Rui Zhang. Is it a land?
It is.
Steam
That
Vents?
is huge. I think that was a
Oh, you're
Spire
right.
Bluff Canal.
You're right. Wow.
Wow, that was clutch. And, you know, little things like that, of course you have to play really well. But, you know, finding the land that you need, making sure you minimize mulligans, that's how you make top 8 of a Pro Tour.
Worth noting here that Stefan is on a mulligan to 6 on the draw.
Has the Might Form Harmonizer, could just choose to hardcast it here. A 1-mana spell will not be able to counter the Might Form Harmonizer. However, a combustion technique would be enough damage.
So Ray could potentially just untap and kill it.
Right, and I believe Ray has the second combustion technique there in hand.
Yeah, I think so too.
But Stefan just kind of playing out his hand here. It's like, all right, I'm just going to put a bunch of power and toughness in play and hope that it's enough here.
He had to play it out here and then pass the turn back over to Zhang.
And for Ray, I think it's a fairly straightforward combustion technique on the Might Form Harmonizer. Before Stefan can run out some lands, a really bad scenario here is if Stefan plays something like a Fabled Passage and is able to get 2 triggers out of the Might Form Harmonizer.
Yeah. And that's what we're going to see here. And it looks like no rummage.
Keeping everything. I mean, there's an Accumulate Wisdom in hand. Don't want to rummage that away. It'll Quencha looks great here, right? If Stefan plays in Icetail Explorer. So, you know, if you're Stefan, you're thinking, well, this is not a good spot to be. You either have a counter spell or a card draw spell or a removal spell. Ray, of course, having 2 of those 3 options in hand.
Meanwhile, the Sauce's Chocobo is getting bigger.
Yeah.
There's no blockers.
Yeah, so Stefan can get in for 6 points of damage this turn and maybe run out in Esper Origins.
Escape Tunnel is going to get cracked and put the 4th +1/+1 counter on the Chocobo.
Yeah, so Ray will be falling down to 12 here, but we'll have potentially a fresh 4 cards to look at after this Accumulate Wisdom. And the trigger from the Artist Talent.
Stefan's going to fire off Esper Origins first, leaving up that 2 mana available for It'll Quencha just in case.
And Ray does have It'll Quencha, but the actual hardcast mode of Esper Origins is not really something that you're interested in countering. It's, of course, the flashback, which is far more impactful.
Combat.
Stefan also gets to get in for the 6 that you mentioned, Paul. Down to 12 goes Rui Zhang.
Ray needs to find some removal spells here off the Accumulate Wisdom.
And is this a full Accumulate Wisdom?
Yeah, and an extra card here, rummaging away the It'll Quencha. Okay.
Just artist talent looking pretty good here. There's
Absolutely.
a monument in hand, and
Right.
that's when the real fireworks start.
Sure, but if you can find another combustion technique or a boomerang basics, I mean, that Sasa's Chocobo is going to deal a bunch of damage. And here, I mean, Ray doesn't have
No.
an interactive spell. However, did find a Gran with a bunch of lessons in the graveyard, and it has a Consult the Star Charts here, and you can use that to fire off and find exactly what you need. So now, I mean, you have kind of the 3-card combo here, right? You have the Gran with 3 lessons in the graveyard, Artist Talent, and Monument. So, I mean, now you can really dig deep, find what you need, get a bunch of triggers off the Artist Talent here, and try to cast as many spells as possible here before Stefan can maybe run out that Meltstrider's Resolve that he has in hand to get the Gran off the battlefield.
You said, Paul, that Ray needs to find interactive spells. They didn't, but they found everything
I
else.
mean, you're just looking at so many cards. I mean, you don't even need to kick the Star Charts, right? You just cast Consult the Star Charts for 1 mana. Look at a ton of cards. You have to be able to find some way to get that Sasa's Chocobo off the battlefield.
Now, that would have to wait till next turn, right? I think no more land drops and just the 1 mana left here for Zhang.
Yeah, but with the Monument to Endurance, if you cast the Consult the Star Charts, you can still just make a treasure off the Monument to Endurance, and then if you find a combustion technique, you can still fire that off and get the Chocobo off the battlefield.
Does look like Ray has decided just to pass the turn back with that Star Chart at the ready.
And Stefan, not too much you can play around here, right? You're just...
And this is an important juncture. You can see
Right.
the players are thinking about the exact same thing that you just broke down for us, Paul, which is combustion technique. As Stefan plays a land and says, I'd like to have a landfall trigger, please.
Trigger
and
of the
immediately Ray's like, well, what do I got in my graveyard?
Ooh, and Stefan trying to
Force the issue
Force the
here
issue.
with Meltstrider's Resolve,
Right.
because that gives +0/+2. But remember, there's still a landfall trigger available with Escape Tunnel.
Absolutely. So Consult the Star Charts here. Needs to make a treasure here.
Oh,
Oh, just drawing. Okay, so just taking a bunch of damage here instead. Oh, excuse me. There are 2 Artist Talent in play. You get both. You can draw a card and make a treasure here, of course. Firebending Lesson not that effective here.
and now Treasure.
And now you get to look at the top 5 cards of your library off the Consult. Try to find that Consult the Star Charts. Excuse me, Combustion Technique. That is an Iroh's Demonstration. I don't know that I see a Combustion
Oh, I
Technique
see another
here.
Firebending Lesson.
Yeah. Iroh's Demonstration, of course, is a sorcery here.
Yeah. Ooh. So that's going to be a lot of damage. And also that
Right.
Chocobo is going to have, what, 8 toughness?
Yeah, it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough to get rid of. Now, there are 2 Boomerang Basics in Rui Zhang's list. If they can find that, of course, that would be quite nice. But this is a lot of damage coming in. 8 damage coming in. Ray's going to go down to 4 life here.
And that was Gran getting
Eaten by the Melchizedek's
slapped
Resolve.
around by the
She
Chocobo.
took a lot of damage. She took a lot of damage. She did a lot of work, but
That's an angry bird over there.
that's right.
Stefan's going to go ahead and sacrifice the Escape Tunnel for another landfall trigger.
Right. If Ray can just dig and try to find a way to deal with the Chocobo, you know, go down to 4 here. You still take 1 from the other token, from the elf and the 1/1 animated land. That might give Ray enough time to rattle off enough spells and perhaps race Stefan, given that they do have a second copy of Monument to Endurance in hand.
24.
Oh, okay. Never mind. Had an Esper Origins in the graveyard. Looks like we're flashing it back here. Oh, and hit another one. So this is a mountain of pressure here that Ray needs to handle.
Probably good. Yeah, leave the second one on top. Summon 24. Transforms. Trigger first chapter.
Yeah.
I'll just do a finality counter. Oh, we do have.
So now facing not only 6 damage coming in this turn,
These as the
meaning the Chocobo by itself is a lethal attack, but the other creatures can also close it out. Of course, surveilled the Earthbender Ascension to the top.
And you may go.
Reveal a permanent card, so that's going to come in next turn as well, giving you access to another 2/2 hasting attacker.
Yeah, Stefan certainly has the tools to finish this game, but that explosive turn from Zhang actually happened on Stefan's last turn. Now Ray has access to all the mana and the full combo setup as well.
I'm not maybe land drop.
But does not,
use something to represent my land drop.
yeah, does not have the cost reduction of the Grand, which is a very, very big deal here because you are kind of gated by how much mana you have access to. Now, you can look at a ton of cards though, because you have that Accumulate Wisdom in hand with the 2 Artist Talent and of course the Monument to Endurance. Is Ray looking to level up the Artist Talent here? Spending 3 mana, but hoping to cast enough spells where you actually end up profitable on the exchange, and that does seem to be the case here. Now you can fire off and Accumulate Wisdom for 1 mana, which basically is a free spell, given the fact that you do get a treasure off that monument in play.
Yeah, seeing cards is certainly not the problem here.
Draw a card chosen.
We're looking for boomerang basics.
Boomerang basics, combustion technique.
Techniques enough?
Multiple boomerang basics and combustion techniques would also be nice. It's the second rummage off the Artist Talent, and then probably making a treasure. So 2 treasures and a land. And importantly, Ray has not played a land for turn.
Got it.
And of course, looking at 3 more cards. See another 3 steps ahead.
Yeah, it feels like a lot of velocity here, but not a lot of action.
Right.
I'll play my land.
Okay, there is the land for the turn.
So Ray's got.
But just
2
it's
mana.
just 3 more monuments and counter spells. Oh no, there is a boomerang basics in hand.
Oh, I see it.
Okay. So that of course is going to be very, very nice to at least get that Chocobo dealt with. Still up to 8 damage coming in next turn with that Earthbender Ascension in Stefan's hand. So Boomerang Basics in option here. Remember, Ray gets lots of new looks with those 2 Artist Talent in play. This is a tricky turn. Yep.
Triggers.
Right. Get one of the 3 copies of Monument away.
21.
All right, so now the Monuments to Endurance has been used up for Ray's turn. Can they find more interaction here? Because remember,
Can
Ray...
Stefan come up with 6 damage this turn?
I mean, Stefan already has 6 damage this turn.
Oh, because of
The
I don't know what it's called on the other
The
side.
Esper Origins
but
is
yes.
a 4/4 creature.
Yes, of course.
Right, so this is 6 damage, and then of course an additional 2 damage from the Earthbender Ascension.
Yeah, I was thinking Earthbender Ascension plus the 2, and not the 4/4. This is actually very sketchy here for Zhang.
And Ray still now is out of interactive spells, right? You have counter spells, but no way to actually deal with the creatures in play. So Ray might need to fire off a consult the star charts on Stefan's upkeep maybe, and try to find an answer, a combustion technique, for example.
It's got to be, right? I mean, Boomerang Basics too slow.
Yeah?
You cast it for without kicker or?
Without kicker.
Yeah, just 1 mana, so it replaces itself, of course.
F6.
With 3 artists,
treasure, you mean.
and with 3 Artist Talent in play, there will be 3 triggers, so the monument, all 3 effects of the monument will happen here. All right.
Draw.
Yep.
More rummaging. Stefan
So
will go down to
combustion
18.
technique being the ideal.
Yeah, there's 2 combustion techniques left.
And by ideal, I mean necessary?
I'm trying to see. I don't see any other instant speed way to deal with the 4/4, so needs to find it. Iroh's Demonstration is a sorcery. All right, but time to look. You're looking at 6 cards here.
3, 4, 5, 6.
All right. Oh, found it. Found it.
There it is.
There's a combustion technique 4, and you're doing it on the upkeep, so the Saga doesn't even tick up there, right? Because the Saga ticks up during the draw step.
No, beginning of first main phase.
Beginning of first main phase,
Same.
rather.
Your
Exactly.
point stands, though, Paul. Yeah.
Yeah, so now you can use combustion technique on the 4-4, and then you have also a firebending lesson for perhaps the Earthbender Ascension 2-2 that comes in.
Wow.
And now, I mean, it's possible. This is the turn, right? Ray might have been able to turn it around because they were able to find that combustion technique on the last possible turn before Stefan was going to present lethal damage.
Boomerang basics, whole bunch of other stuff,
And combustion
then
technique.
last second combustion technique.
Right, because now even if Stefan plays the Ascension, that's only 4 damage coming in.
Wait, how do you? Oh yeah, because
You
I
bounced my
got
Chocobo.
Sorry.
No, it's fine, it's fine.
He said, how do you have 2 cards? Oh yeah, I
Snuck
bounced
in
your
one there.
Chocobo. That was going to kill me.
Yes. And it looks like Stefan's found an additional Chocobo off the top of the library here to go with the 1 bounce plus the Earthbender Ascension we mentioned before.
Yeah, but it's going to be really tough now that,
Yeah,
you know,
forget it, right?
Ray's going to be able to untap next turn. And then at that point, with all of this set up
I can just
and the leveled up artist talent with the discount, I feel like Ray's probably very, very favored from this spot.
And Stefan recognizes this and is going to go for Esper Origins out of the yard.
Forest, I'll draw it. I'll cast Chocobo.
Play a Chocobo, play another one.
Just trying to
play
go
a
super
forest.
wide here. Yeah, makes sense.
But this is the turn
right?
where Stefan Schütz looks and goes, yeah,
Right.
I'm probably not going to get another untap step here.
Right. But there are a bunch of little critters that Ray does need to deal with. So
I'm a
Stefan just going, hey, I'm going to just overload you with your removal spells. Can you find enough? I know you've rummaged away a lot of the little creature removal. Maybe you just run out.
That's true. We did see a lot of firebending lessons and stuff going
Right.
in the graveyard.
But at this point, I mean, Stefan now at 20, we are getting close to the point where Ray is now going to start thinking about just burning out Stefan, right? With multiple monuments in play, it does not take very long.
And Ray's got 2 more monument to endurance in hand.
Right.
Yeah, the missing piece of the puzzle is just that cost reduction effect, right? The Grand that we saw from
Right, but
before.
well, the artist talent has been leveled up, so
Oh,
that
one of
also
them's
does a similar thing. So yeah, everything does cost 1 less here. I mean, it's even possible Ray can end mana by leveling up another artist talent here, and then you can just start playing 1 mana monument to endurance.
And that's exactly what's happening.
Yeah.
Another one?
Yes.
Okay.
So you must have all the monuments in your hand.
Did you hear what Stefan
Yeah.
said?
No,
He
I'm
said-
not complaining. I just,
He said you're playing with your
I-
food.
Yeah.
Nothing else to do.
Alright, so I played
I have nothing else to do.
Yeah, 3 triggers.
Knock yourself out.
one.
Draw.
All right, going through the motions, finds and accumulate wisdom for even more cards.
And then we're going to see another monument to endurance.
Yeah, and it looks like I saw a glimmer of a combustion technique as well. And it's not a good sign for Stefan if Ray's rummaging away removal spells.
Should probably stop doing all of
Sounds
this.
smart.
Right. At some point, the thing is, at some point, Ray's looked at so many cards, you're going to need enough cards to be able to rummage through to trigger the monuments to actually kill Stefan. So if you go a little bit too crazy drawing all your cards, unless you're just down to 1 or 2 cards left, all of a sudden you're just going to deck yourself before you can burn out your opponent with monuments.
Yeah, sometimes you fly too close to the sun.
Before I mess everything up.
Yeah, and at this point, Stefan is more or less just kind of hoping somehow Ray messes up here.
You're at 20, yeah?
Yeah.
Steps, copy, monument. Triggers.
Costs. Yeah, it makes sense.
costs 2.
Yeah.
Yep, and this should be it here. You can use, remember, 3 steps ahead to copy a creature or artifact that you'll have on the battlefield. So by copying one of your monument to endurances,
drawing 3
that
life.
makes it so that you can just
17.
hasten the clock that much more. So now we will see a copy of Monument Endurance hit the battlefield.
I will let all of this happen.
Sure. So you make other monuments.
Yes.
I like that little indicator.
Right? Yeah. These things are nice.
Somebody's got a 3D printer.
Now I will
Do we have a fourth
Cast.
monument?
consult.
Stefan was at
Okay.
20 thanks to the 2
Right.
Esper
Uh,
Origins.
triggers.
Yeah.
So won't be. I don't know if Ray will actually be able to kill
Draw
Stefan
treasure.
on his turn.
We'll just use that for 3 treasures.
Okay, but did find a boomerang basic, so that might be able to get it done because if you have the mana, you can actually boomerang basics your own monument to endurance and then reset
That's
the 3
fine.
modes, right?
Look at the top 7.
So if you can get Stefan down to 12 life, pick it up, replay it, cast the thing, get your opponent down to 9, and then on their upkeep cast another spell and then deal
Is
9
counting?
with the 3 monuments that you have in play.
Well, I'm at 17.
Look at that library.
yeah.
3, 11. I guess you need like one more way.
7 cards in hand. Or 7, looking at 7 cards, excuse me.
Yeah, does Ray have...
I think Ray just
Enough
didn't
here.
get anything.
Okay, so now I will 17, 11.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so now I will spend a treasure to boomerang my monument.
This one, takes 6 from this, go to 11. You replay it.
Cast the spell,
Yeah,
go
I
to
guess you
8.
need like,
Yeah.
these cost 1.
instant.
So you go
Yeah.
this. Yeah, you got it.
And 2 treasures
Right.
is enough to get the job
Sorry.
done? Okay.
No, it's fine.
Yeah, it's just, it's a lot, right? Look at all the permanents that are on the battlefield. But of course, most of the spells basically are only going to cost 1 mana. But Stefan is extremely familiar with this deck. Izzet Lessons has been around forever, has been, one of the decks that you need to make sure that you're prepared for. So Stefan completely understands how things go.
Yeah, and if you're mono green, you're going to be sitting there watching Lessons do their stuff while you go, yeah, I have nothing. I just, literally, I'm holding a sausage chocobo.
Yeah.
Do what you want to do.
Show me an instant that you can cast on my upkeep.
So that was kind of a nitty-gritty game down the stretch. It took a while, but if we zoom out a little bit, that was game 1 going to Rui Zhang, and that is 1 game away from top 8. If Ray can win this game or the next, they will be in the top 8. They don't even have to play the rest of the day.
Right? Can just
Like,
relax.
you can go relax, start testing,
Yeah,
get
do
some
whatever
dinner.
you need to do.
I mean,
Yeah.
that matters too, right? These days are
Absolutely.
long and hard.
Absolutely. Stefan with a nice sideboard card there. They have multiple copies of Soul Guide Lantern coming out of the sideboard here. And, if you just have that thing in play and being able to negate, the damage from Combustion Technique and also the cards that you draw from Accumulate Wisdom and the discount from Grand, it really goes a long way.
By the way, there is a combustion technique. This one didn't need any help to take out the Badger Mole Cub.
Thinking.
Take your time.
Looting off of the Grand. All kinds of action here. Now, normally you would think it might just be straightforward to just discard the Grand. But
Yep.
if Stefan has a way to get that Grand off the battlefield, you kind of want the other one. That's always an interesting too, just when you're sideboarding as the mono green deck. There's only 1 creature that they have. It's a really strong one, but the question is, do you keep your Meld Shredder's Resolves? Do you find some ways to get that Grand off the battlefield, or do you just board it out and just attack their graveyard? So Stefan has a backup Badger Mole Cub here. Can play this out, animate the land, perhaps run out the Soul Guide Lantern as well. Given that there are 2 lessons in the graveyard, so we're getting close to Accumulate Wisdom range.
Soul Guide Lantern anyway.
Yep.
There you go.
Accumulated more.
Yeah.
Wisdom.
So with the Lantern in play, that'll basically at least negate 1 Accumulate Wisdom if Ray ever tries to cast it with it on the battlefield. But Ray might not need it. If you take a look at Ray's hand, there's Artist Talent and a Monument to Endurance. As long as Ray can manage the battlefield and get those 2 in play, I mean, we've seen it before. That's all you need.
I'm at 19, right?
Yes.
Didn't note that down.
So big turn here for Ray. Can't really attack with the Grand because of the Badger Mole Cub in play. But do you just run out, one of your expensive spells? Then you don't get to keep up It'll Quencha. On the flip side, there's a Badger Mole Cub in play, so you might not even, Stefan might very easily be able to just play around It'll Quencha anyways.
Just pay for it.
Right. So I think it's better to just run something out here and just go, all right, do your worst this turn.
Yeah, but that's asking for it. Let's see if Stefan can come up with his worst, as it were. Land for the turn, 3 mana.
Earthbender
is
on Escape Tunnel. There's going to be lots of lands.
Yes, this is a common play pattern with these archetypes.
Right.
Get a land.
Get a land. You can sack the Escape Tunnel. Get another land. Escape Tunnel comes back. So that's 2 extra triggers off the Earthbender Ascension. And all of a sudden, out of nowhere, you have 5 or 6 mana in play.
And you have that extra attack mode coming with the counters and the trample.
Right.
Start to really apply some pressure here. Stefan's hand is Esper Origins ×2.
Right. So can he fire one of
play
those?
one.
Yeah.
Thinking about these.
It is interesting though because you have that Escape Tunnel too, so you get to surveil. But then if there's something you want on top, you kind of don't want to sacrifice that Escape Tunnel in play. Because Ice Explorer, that is very, very strong.
Top both.
Top oath and
21 pass.
No, not great if you're Ray.
Yeah, Ray got a lot of bad news that turn. Remember when we were saying do your worst?
Right.
It kind of happened.
Yeah. Stefan put 1,000,000 mana onto the battlefield and surveilled 2 cards to the top.
And then said go.
Right, and Ray doesn't really have interaction here. Has a lot of ways to kind of cycle through the deck with the Artist Talent and the Monument Endurance. It'll Quencha at this point basically does not do anything. I would imagine it's going to be one of the first cards that will be discarded, as Stefan has access to 6 mana here with that Badger Mole Cub in play.
Yeah, this could be one of those setup turns for Zhang, where they kind of see a bunch of cards, get more permanents onto the battlefield, but don't actually deal with what's going on the other side. Is this an attack?
Yeah, I mean, the way Ray's looking at this is, if I attack, I know you're going to eat it with the Badger Mole Cub, but even if you do, I get 2 triggers off the Monument Endurance, so it's a 1 mana creature that draws me 2 cards.
Even if I lose it.
Right.
Draw treasure.
Sure.
Oh, and Ray actually going for a draw and a treasure. As Ray did find an Iroh's Demonstration. Wow. Okay. That is nice, because now you can use the 1 damage to all your opponent's creature mode, and that'll get rid of the 1/1 forest in play.
And the Cub now?
Right, and as the Cub's taking damage.
Wow.
Is that what Stefan blocked with?
Yeah.
Not the Escape Tunnel?
Both.
Oh, both.
Yeah, and Ray decided to do the 1 damage to the Cub.
Got it. Now, the forest will come back, of course, because they are earthbent. However, with the Badger Mole Cub also being dead here, they're just going to come back onto the battlefield as forest. But that would fully power up the Earthbender Ascension, and that will get to basically 4 counters.
And there we go.
So
Yeah.
Dead.
these all die.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I get 2 earthbend triggers.
Right?
So
2 landfall
plus 2
triggers.
counters
Yeah.
of the Ascension.
Yep.
Exactly.
The next turn, Stefan gets to play Ice-Till Explorer.
Currently
Draw
no
4 turns.
lands in the graveyard.
But you can sacrifice that Escape Tunnel in the graveyard and just kind of get things going that way, right?
You can. That
Yeah.
is your current attacker.
Yeah, I don't think he cares about attacking here.
This is a setup.
It's
turn
just
for
not enough
two.
to, yeah. You just want to make you 2 extra land drops
So
this turn. And you can put
first Earthbend's
1,000,000
back,
counters
and
on the
then
Earthbender Ascension to the
get
point
2
where Ray
triggers.
might just,
First I'll mill,
Ray
then
might
I'll-
not actually have a removal spell that kills the Ice-Till Explorer. All you can probably do is bounce
that I
it.
knew about. Then I'll do the Ascension, not Ascension triggers, but I can run still. Tutor my forest.
Yes.
I have not played a land this turn yet.
That is correct. So
All true.
Up to go.
So that is 4 more potential landfall triggers if you just keep getting Escape Tunnels and putting them back into sacrificing them. So this will be a monstrous Ice-Tailed Explorer, and Stefan will have 2 additional lands this turn.
Mill and an Ascension. Is everyone okay with me not putting more counters on this
Yeah, that's
Ascension?
fine.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Yes, that is
So
the
counter
shortcut here.
Then I do my first land drop for the turn. I have another one left. Same thing again, but in response to these triggers, I'll fetch. So I'll get a forest. It's my first land drop, and then I'll mill, Ascension, mill, Ascension.
Stefan playing very cleanly here.
Yeah, super important with the stack.
What are life totals?
I'm at 21, you're at 16.
Stacking all of the triggers in the right manner, extremely important.
Mill, Ascension, mill, Ascension. And land drop, I'll use that to play Escape Tunnel.
Same thing.
And off this one, I'll just mill and Ascension. Nothing else.
Okay.
Counter.
Wow.
Keeping that
And
escape
then I
tunnel
have to
available.
pass.
And hey, look, it's Stefan all of a sudden has
He has a 9 toughness.
he has a 7/9 Ice-Tailed Explorer with 8 mana in play. With still that active Soul Guide Lantern. So it's not like Ray can utilize the graveyard here in any way.
No. So, I mean, realistically, it's just bouncing it at this point.
Right.
And we don't see that either from Ray, at least not not yet.
One card.
One card only, yeah.
Ray does have a Grand here. I wonder if Ray just tries to fire that off if Stefan just responds by exiling Ray's graveyard so that Grand will not have the cost reduction associated with it.
It's a pretty reasonable graveyard to get rid of at this point.
Right? Yeah, there are 3 lessons in the graveyard.
What do you think I can beat that thing?
Really tough
So
spot.
Ray is going to put a shot across the bow here and ask Stefan, do you want to do anything?
Yeah.
Ooh,
Three
yeah.
cards left. Yes.
Yeah, so now Stefan has an interesting...
He said
Okay, let's
okay.
resolve. So the reason why there was a little bit of a pause there is if Ray also has an Accumulate Wisdom in hand, right? If you exile the graveyard in response to a Grand on the stack, then if Ray responds and casts an Accumulate Wisdom, they'll be able to draw the full 3 cards.
Full 3.
I've not made my land drop.
Well, it's going to be Artist Talent. That hits the battlefield.
Consult.
Consult the star charts hits the battlefield. This is
big turn.
a lot of action.
Okay.
Firebending lesson into the
Let's go
yard.
Draw.
Looking for perhaps
Can draw, yeah.
a Boomerang Basics here. Something to get that ice.
Saw a combustion technique, but it was an island.
Yeah. I suppose multiple combustion techniques could work if you can get enough lessons in play. You point it towards the Ice-Tailed Explorer. Stefan, in response, tries to sacrifice the Soul Guide Lantern, and then you fire off the other one.
This is Consult resolving, by the way.
And that is 2 combustion techniques.
But that's still not enough to kill.
I mean, right now, what are we looking at here? Because remember, Consult is not a lesson here. So we're looking at 4 cards in the graveyard plus 2, so it's 6.
Damage. It's not even close, really.
Yeah.
Like 2 of them would be enough if not for the Soul Guide. But
Right.
jeez. That Ice-Tail. Huge right now.
Right.
And it ain't getting smaller either.
No, and now with all the mana Stefan has available, you can just start flashing back Esper Origins that's in the graveyard too for additional value.
Land drop was fun. End of turn, I will fetch. Yes.
Yeah, he wants to have all of his mana available, so he's going to crack.
Right. Unlike Fabled Passage, Escape Tunnel does put the land into play tapped.
Exactly. It's been an interesting game.
Yeah. So we'll get a... Oh, and Bossing Say, an
Say in the
excellent...
yard, that can also come in.
Yeah, excellent land to hit off of the Ice-Tailed Explorer here. Some more pressure.
You are 16.
And Stefan can get in for a mountain of damage this turn. 8 without any landfall triggers yet.
Yeah, there's plenty of those to come.
Yeah, with the Escape Tunnel in the graveyard, if you just play Escape Tunnel out of the graveyard twice, that is 4 landfall triggers.
Jeez. Of course, cards like Might Form Harmonizer at this stage of the game
Oh, man.
are game enders, but
Yes.
Yeah, you draw treasure the turn.
Okay, I got confused.
It's fine, it's fine. I'll start by casting Esper Origins.
Yep, makes a lot of sense here. Has all the mana in the world, tried to see if there is a good permanent to play off the
middle
top.
one time, up to 23.
Okay, so likes this permanent on top here. That's not the
Transform to
forest.
top.
Reveal it. Oh, and it is my farm
Harmonizer.
harmonizer.
Wow.
So
And
is there enough
I mean, Ray doesn't have a counterspell in hand.
so Stefan can just warp it and
You
start
could-
cracking
Yeah,
lands?
right. So you can warp it in and play an
First
escape
land
tunnel.
drop for a turn, Bussing Scene. Mill a card. If
Okay, so it is not warping it in,
But a counter that has trample on the end of turn.
right?
Aware.
Just letting you know that might be lethal.
Guess, yeah, Stefan doesn't actually need the second double trigger.
Right.
There's only 2 toughness in the way.
So perhaps Stefan interested in
I'll play
has another land to
Fabled
play.
Passage.
Okay, so not really interested in
Going for it?
going for it here, perhaps.
Warp
No,
Knight
still
from
going
Harmonizer.
for it. Now you
Okay.
have 2 sacrifice triggers on the stack here.
Right.
Go to combat.
Yeah, this is enough for
Right.
lethal.
Yeah.
It's 20 damage.
Raised
on
at
the
16.
toughness. Yeah. Ray's trying to figure out.
Is there any world where I
Can I
can
do
combustion technique you out of this, but not with an active Soul Guy Lantern in
No,
play
it's
too?
just sitting there.
This is just way too much damage.
Even a second combustion technique wouldn't be enough.
Right. Stefan setting this up beautifully. I mean,
20 damage.
you gotta try.
That
is there an
is
instant
incredible.
speed bounce spell?
And
No.
Stefan is able to put together a win
I thought it
here
was just actually
in
outscored.
game number 2. And I have to say, Paul, it really was that sideboarded, the sideboard cards from him that did really good work. The Soul Guide Lantern was very annoying. It never, it's funny, it didn't do that much. It only
Right.
exiled 1 card, but the threat of it changed the game.
Absolutely. I mean, we just saw how important a card like Combustion Technique is in this matchup, right? Ray absolutely needed to find a 3rd copy to win that first game, but after you bring in the 3 copies of the Soul Guide Lantern, you kind of shut off that as one of the primary ways to deal with some of the bigger creatures in that deck.
Save some time and
There's Grand to start things off for Rui Zhang here in game number 3. I mentioned it before, but this is a winning in for Rui Zhang. If they win, they are into the top 8 immediately, where Stefan, that's not true.
And Ray with an incredible opener. Turn 1 Grand, turn 2 Artist Talent, and there's a Monument to Endurance in hand as well.
No way.
Yeah, so if there's no Badger Mold Cub here, turn 2 Esper Origins might be a little bit too slow. Stefan really needs to find an accelerant next turn, either Badger Mold Cub or Earthbender Ascension, just to keep up with Ray's start. Next turn, Ray's just going to slam the Monument and attack, and that still gives you that trigger because of the loot.
no, both of them. Gain 2, up to 21, pass.
With the Combustion Technique in hand too? Oh man.
Monument trigger.
Wow,
Yeah.
the 1, 2, 3.
Attack, another trigger, draw more cards.
Discard this one, draw.
Yeah, this is
20.
What a
You would-
start
you-
here for Rui Zhang. This is for top 8 too.
Oh yeah, you wouldn't think, a control deck has draws that are capable of something like this. Stefan going to try to fight the good fight here. Has protective, a couple of royal treatments here to protect the Saz's Chocobo,
Exile the combustion technique. Yeah.
and has a Soul Guide Lantern, but I don't know if this lone Chocobo will be able to get it done on this board.
Doesn't feel like it.
Start with attack.
Does Stefan feel desperate enough to block and use a combat trick? No, it does not.
Draw.
Yes, yes.
Go box.
No blocks.
No blocks.
No blocks.
Not quite desperate enough.
And now Ray has 3 steps ahead. It'll Quencha. Just kind of has all of the bases covered here. And ticking up the Artist Talent with 1 mana up, which still gives Ray the ability to cast It'll Quencha. Or Combustion Technique, for that matter.
Tap. Double tap.
Go ahead. Ice Till Explorer insurance plan there for Zhang.
Yeah, and this is one of those instances where sometimes you can play around things as the mono green deck, not in a spot like this. You kind of are forced to just jam and just try to hope that Ray has a subpar hand here, given what you're dealing with here. Ray has inevitability set up.
Stefan with no choice.
Just crack it. Combat. Fetch.
Yep.
Yeah, get you for 3. I don't know if that's going to be enough.
Pass turn after.
And that's it.
So,
Yeah. Ray has an accumulate wisdom, can just fire it off. The thing is, you're already looking at so many cards. Just try to sculpt the perfect hand.
Yeah.
You don't need to draw 3 cards at this point. It's still drawing you 2 cards.
Right. And you get to do something right now with that mana.
Right.
And that's the name of the game for Rui Zhang here.
Ray's like, I don't
Use
even
up
need
your
to
mana.
cut your deck. You're good.
Wow.
Yeah.
structured.
Feel like Ray can kind of sense.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
I've
when you look
got
at that
this
opener.
top 8 locked
yeah,
up.
absolutely.
Draw.
Yep.
11-1-0 is Rui Zhang right now. And if they can get across the finish line, that will be a 12-1 into the top 8. Nearly perfection.
Yeah, converting immediately. We've seen some undefeated players struggle a bit in day 2. Now, Ray was not undefeated, but, you know, we've seen a lot of players have their win and ins. There's a little bit of nerves. And, Marco Balaka, for example, from the last event, took needed all 3 or 4 of his win and ins to actually make it into the top 8.
He got in on the last one.
Right.
Makes you very nervous. But Ray, all business here and not interested
Combat.
in messing around. Can Stefan Schütz find some way to close this game out? It feels impossible.
Ray's got 6 cards in hand.
You're at 18.
Can probably counter this and copy the monument, maybe.
Yes.
Counter copy trigger.
Yeah, and this will...
That's a second monument. You can see
Right.
Stefan's at 18. That's a very nice number.
Yeah, and that doubles the clock here now for Rui Zhang.
You have to start thinking in terms of 3.
Now it's 6, right?
Exactly.
6 damage chunks.
So 3 double activations and you're good to go.
Yeah, and given...
This one doesn't trigger from the...
I see. No, from the talent for sure. No.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
Only if you choose the
wasn't quite on the battlefield
This
yet.
counter. Oh, this one's
Yeah.
I
I mean, Ray just kind of has all the
Yeah,
bases
yeah.
covered here. There's multiple accumulate wisdoms. There's another 3 steps ahead. So, I mean, that basically locks it up here for Ray.
You're at 18.
I'm at 18, you're 13.
If Ray casts a spell on their turn, that's 6 damage. Casts a spell on Stefan's turn, as long as Ray doesn't die next turn, and Stefan doesn't kill all the monument endurances, Ray should have this on their next turn.
With ease.
Steps.
Okay,
Copy.
just going for it now.
So that's
So this would end up with
slowly.
3
12.
copies of
Right.
Monument, so now it's only 2
So,
cycles
so Ray's just going to kill Stefan on his upkeep.
on his
Right.
upkeep.
Yeah, as long as you have spells to cast out of your hand, right?
yeah. 2
Yeah.
rules was right.
You should
Do you
be
have any spells? Yes,
Yeah.
you do, and that is Rui Zhang locking up top 8 here in Vegas. We have our first top 8 competitor, and we've got multiple rounds to go here. That's about as quick as you can secure your seat. Congratulations to Rui Zhang. They get to take the rest of the day off.
Yeah, I mean, what an incredible hand there, back against the wall, right? Stefan with a pretty convincing win in that second game. Ton of pressure in that first game too, but you know what? The Is It Lessons deck is also capable of some incredible draws, and you saw it there in that third game.
Absolutely. Fantastic stuff. A really impressive performance. 12-1 and into the top 8 for Rui Zhang. That's 1 seat locked up. 7 more to go over the next few rounds. We're going to take a short break here from Las Vegas. When we come back, we'll be setting up for the next round up at the news desk. Don't go anywhere.